I remember a while ago, not that long ago, but like, a while ago, like a few weeks ago, maybe a few months ago, there was this content creator on TikTok, and he was exposing all of these like right wing talking heads, like the black ones and the white ones too. But for him, it was mainly the black people. So it was like the Candace Owens and Jeffrey Mead and whatever. It was few people, right? That like black people that find themselves have found themselves in conservative spaces. And basically it was this common theme, right? That was pretty much they all failed at something, and then they ended up finding popularity giving right-wing takes, right? So Candace Owens, it's known, or I don't know if you guys know this, she used to be a liberal. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows the story about how she was saved by the NAACP back in high school. She was being bullied, all this stuff, right? Like Candace Owens, for all intents and purposes, did not, to me, grow up as a conservative. And maybe she did. Maybe she did grow up as a conservative. I don't know. But it doesn't look like she did. It doesn't seem like she did at all. And Jeffrey Mead, specifically, I remember, the video about him and how he, they showed him like when he first got on TikTok, he was doing a little dancing and, doing all the TikTok dances and all that stuff. And that's cool. Like, do your thing. And he really couldn't dance. He was goofy. He was not charismatic at all. And he found himself, in right-wing spaces and getting pats on the back by racist white people, right? And that's how he built his platform. That also happens with red pill men, right? Like a lot of red pill men on this app started off in a completely different lane, which once again, like if Jeffrey Mead or Candace Owens were like health influencers and they drove like lifted trucks, and then a year later they started giving like right-wing takes, I wouldn't be shocked by that. I would be like, that's a pipeline. Like they're in the pipeline. You know what I'm saying? But going from liberal, like talking head on NBC, on MSNBC and CNN to what she's doing now is clearly there. I mean, to go in that direction, it's a grift. She's a grifter, right? Like Candace Owens is 100% a grifter. Jeffrey Mead is a grifter, right? But and so when I see that in these spaces, like Kevin Samuels, also, yeah, man, everybody remembers the famous video of Kevin Samuels talking about how he, he was I remember it vividly. He was in his car and he was talking about how he knew that if he were to change his approach and start talking bad about women, that his views and followership would go up and all of this stuff, and then he did just that and it went up, right? I've caught a couple of these dudes when they start at this place, and I love exposing these guys in real time. First, let me walk you. We're going to start at the tip of the rabbit hole, right? I'm going to start you how I found the guy.
What the fuck is wrong with you bitches? Running around. I'm wife material. No, you're not. Says who? If you could be a wife, you'd be a wife. I'm single by choice. No, you're not. You're single because you don't have a fucking choice. I got options. No, you don't. You got a bunch of niggas that'll take you to Pound Town. That's about it. Ain't nobody looked at you and said, you know what? I'll take care of you. I'll be your husband. I'll protect and provide for you and only you. Ain't nobody said that to you. Never. Not once.
He got to get better at mixing his voice track, his vocal track with the music track, brother. This shit is crazy. Like, I remember recording in the studios back in the early 90s and mid 90s. This is how this shit used to sound. I used to be like, man, turn my vocals up. Turn your goddamn vocals up, nigga.
You know why? Because you're not wifey material. If you could be one, you'd be one. You're 35, 30 plus, talking about, I'm a good wife. How the fuck would you know? You're in charge of who smashes. Men are in charge of who's going to be married at the end of the day. But you've never been topic of this.
This is such an original take. This is so original, right, guys? Like, oh my God, like I've never heard this. We needed this out here. We needed another man to say this exact same thing as every other man is saying. We needed this. This is right. He's gonna get pop. He's gonna blow up. I guarantee you. Watch.
Discussion never be considered. You're a fucking bum. All of that sucks. Your aura stinks. Fuck is you talking about? Dummy.
Yeah. So that's how I found this guy. That was the first video somebody sent me. Yeah, somebody sent me this video. And I was like, oh, let me go check out his page to go see what other interesting things he has to say. Shall we? But first, let me address that, right? Because that's worth addressing. No, I mean, that's a weird take. Obviously, saying that women would be wives if they could be wives or whatever the case may be. I want to be abundantly clear when I say this. Nobody is in control of who gets married or whatever the case may be. It takes two people to get married, right? But I will say this. It's easier for women to find a husband than it is for a man to find a wife. It's easier for a woman to find a husband than it is for a woman to find than it is for a man to find a wife. Absolutely, right? Because relationships, the way relationships function for the most part is how much is a woman willing to take from a man, right? And I mean, like, as far as like bullshit, like abuse. How much abuse, what level of abuse is a woman willing to take from a man, right? Some women, they can only suffer, 5% abuse, right? And some women can suffer 85% abuse. It just depends, right? But that is pretty much it. That is pretty much it. Very few women, if any woman, is marrying a man that is like just good to go, meets, they're equal. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not the problem. He's not like, that shit almost never happens, right? So when men say this stupid ass shit, like men control marriage, and they don't. We don't control the actual event of being married. Women control that. Women control it. And even if we wanted to play this stupid ass game, I could think of 1,000 ways that if women wanted to like get a man to marry her, she could, right? But aside from the fact she literally could just tell a man, like, I'm gonna leave you if you don't marry me. And most men, you know what I'm saying, depending on where they're at in that relationship, they're probably gonna marry that woman first and foremost. Secondly, women can control it with sex. They could just, they could say, like, I'm like Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon, like, I'm not gonna marry you. I'm not gonna have sex with you until I marry you. Men will marry women, like whatever. Women can have so much control, right? Men do control divorce, though. And what I'm saying is men control not marriage itself, like I said, not the event of marriage, but what is happening during the marriage. Men do control that. Men are, and I've had this conversation recently. Men are the leaders when it comes to that. Women are the leaders when it comes to, I guess, maintaining the relationship the way that it sits, not the health of the relationship. Women don't actually make the relationship healthy or unhealthy, right? They don't really have much of an impact on that. Men do. That is like almost solely on men's shoulders, and that's what I'm talking about. Men are the leaders when it comes to that, right? So if the man is decent, he can lead the relationship in a positive direction. Like what I'm saying is relationships should be and are fairly easy if both people just treat each other with respect. And I'm just trying to make it as simple as possible. Like, if both people are treating each other with respect, the relationship will do just fine. The relationship will do just fine, right? And women are already taking care of, like I just mentioned, women are already taking care of the bulk of the labor in the relationship, whether it be physical or emotional, right? So if you're a man at that point, really all you have to do is like not fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? But men, essentially, the way that we function in relationships is like, we like, everything is going good, and then we just like, throw ourselves off the balcony or whatever, or we punch ourselves in the face. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just do like the most random shit, all these self-inflicted wounds. You know what I mean? Or we take unnecessary risk, like a I don't know, an X Games biker trying to do a trick without a helmet. Just unnecessary shit, or just joining the X Games in general. Just unnecessary shit. Like we just don't need to do it, and then we do it like for whatever weird, very weird, selfish reasons, right? And that's how the relationships end up getting fucked up. But like if men just didn't do anything stupid, listen to the woman, she's listening to him, she's vast majority of the time she's pulling her weight, she's showing up for him. If he just reciprocated that even somewhat, or at the very least didn't make her life, her job harder, the relationship will probably last forever and ever and ever and ever. That's what I'm saying, right? So yeah, men do control divorce in that, in that aspect, from that perspective. To me, men control marriage, quote unquote, divorce, whatever you want to call it, right? If you want to say that women control, but men don't control access to marriage. That's not what we do. That's not us, right? That's not even it at all.
Remember, fellas, there's a difference between knowing and believing. Don't let these women trick you into believing with their delusion that you need them. You are him, always have been, always will be. Okay? Your wife will be picked by you by choice. You don't need them. You need air. You need water. You need food. You need money. Things you need. You can buy your own house. You can do your own laundry. You can cook your own food. You can use your hand to relieve yourself. You know what I mean? You can take a little bit of money, pay a baddie. Do what y'all gotta do, send her on her way. Don't let them trick you into believing you need them.
But men do need women, though. We do need women to live our longest, healthiest, happiest lives. We do. We shouldn't need them, but we do need them right now. We do. Every metric points to this. So you're wrong. We do need them. We do. They don't need us, but we do need them for sure.
We need them. No, you don't.
We
Not
do.
even a little bit. If that
A
was
lot.
in your house, your space, that was by choice. Remind them.
Most single men have no interest in buying a home, by the way. Right? We don't, you know what I'm saying? Single women buy homes, but single men don't buy homes, generally speaking. Yeah. So if you want to buy a home, more than likely you're gonna, most men are nowadays, especially like millennials, like we're not gonna buy a home unless we're married, unless we have a woman. She's gonna help us.
You want them. You're here because I wanted you here. You're my wife because I wanted you to be. And if I don't want you to be, just like that, you'll be gone.
What you mean by that?
2025, bro. Not sparing no feelings, none of that. Want. And remember, knowing and believing are two different things. And what we know is that we can survive all day, every day, and twice on Sunday without them. They need us, and don't let them try and change it around.
Wait, why do women need us? For what?
Don't do it. Don't do it. We ain't going for it.
What do women need us for?
They get all the feelings involved, all that goofy nonsense. Cut it. Letting their emotions overpower their intelligence. We ain't going for it.
That's what you're doing right now. You're projecting.
Okay? Want, need, two different things. You are him. You're in charge.
And I ain't gonna even joke. Like, I mean, the boys is gonna love this. Like, you know what I'm saying? The men's they gonna love this. Like, they like this type of talk. Oh, I'm him. Like this is like affirmations for them. This is that weird shit that they need to hear. You know what I'm saying? Or they don't need it, but you know what I mean? Like for them, like they're like, oh, I need this. Like, yeah, they need this, man. They love this type of shit. They love hearing this goofy ass shit.
And if you remember that, you'll be good to go. You'll be peaceful. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I'm going to show you something interesting about this guy. I'm going to show you something very interesting about this guy in a minute. Hold on. Give me a second, though. Now, this is no shade, no tea. This is a hardworking man, right? Like, I don't want to tear this brother down at all for having a job, right? But let's be real, brother. You work at a movie theater. This dude work at a movie theater. Remember all that shit he was talking earlier, talking about buying a house. And you can't do that. You work at a movie theater. You couldn't do that on your own.
If hard work.
But this is what he used to. This is his content. I don't know how long, you know what I mean? But this is like his earlier content, right? Like I scrolled down a good amount of ways. I think I actually got to the bottom of his content, but This is one of his earliest videos. This is what he used to be on before he got on this goofy shit.
If hard work guaranteed success, the poorest people would be the richest.
Yeah, that's a far cry from the bullshit he's on right now. The pipeline he's in right now, they don't preach that. They always try to posture and act like you just gotta work hard, you gotta clock in, you gotta make money, all that goofy ass shit. But this is right. I agree with him. I 100% agree with him because he looks like a hardworking man. He looks like he be at work working, man. You can't wear a uniform like that and not be hardworking. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's tough. These jobs demand shit out of you. You got to show up. Trust me. I worked in the theater too when I was in high school. Look at this. And would you look at this? Your girl in the back of the club sucking dick. Mine cleaning cabinets with one hand behind her back, about to make some tacos soon. That's it. That's his girl with their kids. He got him a nice little family. No, he's not married, by the way. Even though he up here talking about marriage and all of this goofy ass shit. You know what I'm saying? But he got him a family, right? They got him a little small apartment somewhere, right? While he working at the movie theater. You know what I'm saying? I don't like this. Like, talk about this, bro. Talk about your relationship. Talk about establishing your family. Like, get on some real shit. Get out of here. Stop doing that sucker shit, bro. You weird. You weird, dog. Like, you got a whole woman and look like you got a daughter or two, right? Maybe one daughter. I can't really see if that's a girl or not. But anyways, cute kids, beautiful family. It looks like he has at least one daughter, though, but it doesn't matter. You have children and you have a wife. Why are you online embarrassing them? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know your wife. I know your girl. I'm sorry. Your girl. I'm sure your woman. I'm pretty sure his woman signed off on this shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women be, letting their men do this type of goofy ass shit so that they can make money. And they be laughing behind the scenes like, oh, yeah, you could say that, honey. And the whole time he pillow talking with his wife, calling all you dumbass red pill incels. You know what I'm saying? They be laughing at y'all. They laughing all the way to the bank, man. I mean, not him. He's not making no money off of it yet, right? But his goal is to make some money off of it. His goal is to that's why he switched up his content. He's not doing that for fun. This video is for fun. This video was a side of him. You know what I'm saying? This is who he really is, right? The your girl in the club sucking dick is weird, which also shows that maybe he does hold some of these ideologies, because why are you thinking about what another woman is doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, why aren't you just celebrating your woman? Also, why the fuck ain't you helping her? Why are you recording her? Like, this is weird as fuck. You recording her, them babies is all over that woman. She's scrubbing the damn cabinets and shit like that. But hey, that's y'all relationship. But why? But the reason why he's making this goofy ass content is he hopes to blow up, right? He hopes to blow up. It's cheesy as fuck. It looks like shtick, right? It looks like a joke, like a parody. But he's serious. He's trying to blow up. Whole time he got a family. I don't ever want to forget this shit. If ever he get popular and he start blowing up and his videos start getting traction, and he deletes all of this shit, I want y'all to remember. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna put his ass on blast again. I'm gonna be like, this is you. Never forget what type of time you was on. Never forget where you came from, because he went from this to this.
I'm a man, a real man. I've been one for a long time. And I speak for all men. Most men, I believe when I say this, we like a good whore, slut, whatever it is you want to call it. The ones that embrace it, the ones that be outside doing whatever it is they do and don't hide it, try to pretend to be somebody they're not, we like them. What we don't like is the ones who are just like that and pretend like they're not like that.
Bro, you have a whole woman with 2 small children and you look young. You ain't been a man that long. Your nuts just dropped. You have 2 small children and a whole woman out here talking about we love sluts. Are you not embarrassed? Like, let's be for real.
Like, why do you do that? I can't suck dick on the first date. Why? And if you don't, Okay? And you judge those who do. She's this, she's that. She's nothing. She did what she wanted to do. Okay, she did it on the first date. You did it on the 14th day. Great.
So remember, in this video, the caption says, "Yo girl in the back of the club sucking dick, mine cleaning cabinets." Now, in this video, he talking about we love a whore. We love a whore.
Okay,
right?
If you don't, like, why do you do that? I can't suck dick on the first date. Why? And if you don't, okay, and you judge those who do. She's this, she's that. She's nothing. She did what she wanted.
You're judging you just said you were just judging women for sucking dick in the club, and then you telling them, like, why don't you just suck a nigga dick on the first date?
wanted to do. Okay, she did it on the first date. You did it on the 14th date. Great, you both still did it. Who gives a fuck? We don't. What it is you talking about? You want a DL Hughley with yours? Shut the.
While you're simultaneously saying that women aren't wife material, you're literally telling them to do things that make men where it would devalue them to men, right? This is what men be talking about all the time. Like, no, we only want to fuck. You know what I'm saying? And whatever. If I could, why buy the cow when I get the milk for free? Like, type shit, right? That's literally what you just got done telling these women. Like, oh, y'all some hoes, or y'all, if you were marriage material, you would be married and all of that shit. And then you running around telling women to suck dick on the first date. You think are hoes marriage material now? Like, is that what? Because I'm pretty sure you have a video where you're talking about that men put women in two different categories of wives and hoes or some shit like that.
What it is you talking about? You want a DL Hughley with yours? Shut the fuck up. I could never sleep with that many men. Congratulations. Nobody cares. Stop trying to pretend to be somebody you're going to become. You're gonna do it. You just haven't done it yet.
So this is really confusing, because if you reverse the concept, then no woman is a whore, quote unquote, right? Like the same thing. Like, okay, so if a woman that makes a man wait, or she just, you know what I'm saying? Like, she wants to get to know the man more. Like, what constitutes a whore is the question at this point, right? Because if you're saying that women who make a man wait 14 dates to suck his dick, which 14 dates is a lot of dates, right? Let's say you did a date a week. A date a week is 14 weeks. That's over 3 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, for some people, you say that's not a long time. That's a long fucking time, though. That's a good amount of time. Like, you make a man wait 90 days, like, fuck yeah, that's fucking great. I think that's phenomenal. I don't care when you suck a dick. I don't care when you eat a box. I don't give a fuck. Doesn't matter. I'm out your business. I'm just saying, like, if sucking dick in 90 days is the same as sucking dick on the first date, then nobody's a whore or everybody's a whore. You see what I'm saying? Like, how long must they wait? You know what I'm saying? Before they're not considered a whore at this point, right? So this is it. I'm done after this, because this motherfucker just saying anything. But we'll get into it. Let's listen to this.
What the fuck is wrong with you bitches? What don't you understand? Let me explain something simple for y'all. Dumb it down a little bit. Let me give you a hint, a trick on what men do. We would see a woman, wherever she is in the world, doing whatever it is she does. We would see her say one of two things. I'd wife that, or I'd smash.
Cap. Every man, not literally, but men don't put women in categories when they see them. It's not what it is. Men, every woman is put in the category of I'd smash. Every woman is put in the category of I'd smash. That's, let's just cut the bullshit. Every man is men are putting every woman in the category of I smash. That's what it is. There are no two categories, right?
One of the two. Do you know how much truth is behind that odd wife? About 85%.
No, not 85%. It's not. It's shit stupid.
My man knows nothing about her. He's dead ass serious though.
Yeah. A guy that knows, think about what you're saying. A guy that knows nothing about a woman, it has already made the decision that she is marriage material, which I'm going to say this. I'm going to hold your sticky ass little hand with a napkin. Men are bad at vetting. Like, if this is true, men are terrible at vetting. This is why I tell men to stop telling women to bring men around men so that we can vet them. So we can vet the men for the women. When you niggas is up here running around talking about instantly, you go, she's either a wife or a one-night stand. Based on what, sir? Based on you ever had a conversation with her? You don't know what her marital status is. You don't know how many kids she has or nothing. But you're already either like, I'm going to marry her or I'm going to just try to sleep with her. Yeah. And I know that this is bullshit, but I'm saying that men are even running around saying this stupid shit is proof why men are just bad at vetting.
Same thing with the smashing. That's it. That's all you're good for. Nothing about you says, I want to keep that around forever. Nothing.
Keep that around? You mean keep her around? Yeah.
You're just a good smash. You know why? Because your aura is everything. It's everything. Seeping through your skin. Everything about her said, God damn it, I want to keep her around. Yep. Even if we're just joking. Almost dead ass serious. I'd wife that. He was not lying, not even a little bit. And you're, oh, where's that? What are you talking about? Your wife material. It just.
What are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about is the question.
Seeps through your skin. It's not something you say, gotta boast, gotta brag, we're on the fucking flag. None of that. That's what we do. I'd wife that. Dead ass serious. Can you
So essentially, you're just saying that the way that men vet women is just based on how they look. It's just BOA, based on attraction. That's it. That's it. That's how men vet women. Which I've been saying that. I literally got done saying that today. I was like, yeah, men just pretty much focus on how women look for the most part. Like that's like 85, 90% of how men choose their woman is like, what does she look like? How does she make me feel? And also not what, and the sad thing about it is not only like, what does she look like to me? It's what does she look like to men? Like, are other men going to find her as attractive as I do? Because if that's the case, then I'm wifing her. I love her even more.
imagine being a woman and every single time, most of the time when someone sees you, it's just, I'll hit that. If that's the case, if that's you, it's not all of you. If
that's pretty much every woman. Yeah, they know this already, brother.
That's you should stop and think, God damn, the fuck am I doing wrong?
Existing with the vagina. Existing with the vagina brings this type of shit on. Like, this has nothing to do with women.
How come I'm not in the consideration pool of being a wife?
They don't want to be, first and foremost. Secondly, men are just, we just objectify women. You're proving it right now with everything you're saying. Like, you're literally, you don't even understand how much you're proving that men objectify women. And you're contradicting yourself because on the back end, you're trying to act like this is the fault of women that men objectify women. It's crazy.
Why am I only being looked at as a good smash? A great.
Because men don't respect women.
Fuck.
Because men call women things and that.
But homegirl over there, every time she go outside, somebody wants to put a goddamn ring on her finger.
She must be really fine, because that's pretty much the only thing that makes men want to do that. Goofy. So that's it. There you go. You got another goofball out here saying a bunch of goofy shit. You know, I mean, We'll see. We'll see how it goes for him. I don't know if he actually will blow up. He reminds me of a homie I got that be on this type of bullshit that's married. He's married, been married for a long time, and he be saying the same type of goofy ass shit about women. I'm like, bruh, you got a woman already, man. But just keep in mind, to the red pill community, this guy is not one of y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, he can be, but I'm saying he's not an incel like most of you. He has a whole wife. He has kids and everything. He is 100% grifting you, right? So this is a red flag alert to but you guys don't care. You guys love grifters. Like, that's the thing. I got to remember that. You guys don't actually care if men are authentic at all in this space.